Well, if you just go by the Section 60 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act, which means officers can stop people without reasonable grounds, people of colour, African, Caribbean, Asian origins, are 20 times more likely to be stopped than their white counterparts. So if that's been running for over 20 years, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have widespread, disproportionate stop and search. It's going to reduce trust and confidence, increase tension between the black community and the police. Even up to yesterday, we saw footage of people being on the receiving end of very heavy-handed policing.
Yeah.
So
can I just ask you on that disproportionate figure? Sorry to interrupt you, just wanted to pick up on one particular comment. A lot of people will argue, yes, it's disproportionate in terms of race. Is it disproportionate in terms of crime rates?
Crime rates in what way?
Well, as in, are these people being disproportionately targeted because that particular minority is disproportionately causing the crimes? And that is the question that people might ask. It's not my opinion, obviously.
Well, the data doesn't show that. And we have seen, even from Home Office data units, does not show that you increase stop and search and you have a decrease in crime. There's never been a correlation. So that this sort of idea that is a disproportionate number of crimes in the black community, again, shows a lack of objectivity. It shows in a lot of ways you're buying into this narrative that certain communities, whether it's under colour or class, are disproportionately committing crimes. And that's not the case. It's just like saying poor people are more likely to go and steal.
Priti Patel says the use of stop and search has increased by 85% since 2019 and contributed to 50,000 weapons being taken off the streets. That's a good thing, right? It's good to know the scale of the problem, but you need to understand you can't arrest your way out of this problem. You can't stop and search your way out of the problem. You've got to work with the community. If they're on the receiving end of disproportionate, heavy-handed policing, they're not going to be talking to the police. I myself was based in Hackney, where I saw a lot of footage from yesterday. If you don't have that good relationship with all the communities, they're not going to tell you where the knives are stashed, the drugs are stashed, other weapons are stashed. They're not going to give you good source information that you proactively deploy your officers in a way that you target the right people, the people who are committing the crimes, who are in the gangs, who are into county lines. This is just a clear way of dealing with it, not thinking, oh, we just go in with enforcement and you're just going to arrest and stop and search your way out of the problem. Leroy, what's your experience of stop and search? Because I'm wondering, is it the fact you've been stopped and searched, or someone is stopped and searched, or is it the way it happens?
Well, I've been on both receiving ends. I've been stopped and searched as young as 12, 13 in the school confines. They did a film about my life, and the first scene is little Leroy Logan being stopped and searched in school uniform after band practice by two officers. That's not drama. That was real. I have used stop and search in an objective and intelligence-based way. I've even been stopped and searched after I retired. Just understand it. Stop and search is a good tool. I'm not saying don't use it, but it's a blunt tool which is sharpened up with trust and confidence and community intelligence. So the more information you get from the community is directly related to the relationship you have with them. So you've got to work with that target group, even the young people. And I've been running a charity for over 20 years called Void Youth. And those young people are year 9 students, 14, 15-year-olds, and they say on a regular basis they feel over-policed and underprotected, and they're less likely to work with the police and less likely to tell them what's going on. And that cannot assist officers to deploy their assets in a way that you target the people who are committing the crimes, carrying the drugs and carrying the weapons.